Originally, I will say I very much believe typically in parent opt-out, very much so. I just don't think this is a time for that. I really see this as a time for it being mandatory. And that, I will tell you, at this time, that is where my vote is.
Flagler County School Board member Sally Hunt cast the decisive vote in favor of mandatory ECG screenings for high school athletes.
The Flagler County School District has now become one of a few districts in Florida mandating ECG testing for high school athletes based on some statistics and parental feedback whose kids have suffered or died from a heart-related issue. School Board Chair Will Furry disagrees with the mandate, saying 83% of those involved in extracurricular sports are routinely receiving heart screenings. School Board member Colleen Conklin asks, what about the remainder of student athletes?
What about the 17% that maybe were too busy, they couldn't do it, they didn't have time, and they passed on it? I just would push back a little bit on what you are saying in regards to we're an educational entity, yes. If parents don't want their child to get screened, then their child should not be allowed to participate in those activities.
The heated exchange at the school board meeting continued with parental choice and legal aspects as issues.
My point is very clear, is that it's our role to educate the community, help provide those services, and let them decide if they're going to participate.
Following the tear-jerking words of parents and others, the Flagler County School District voted 3-2 for the mandatory ECG testing once during a high school athlete's 4-year career. For Flagler's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Friday, September 20th.
We want to maintain Palm Coast's look and feel.
While candidates criticize Palm Coast's aging infrastructure, city officials are revealing their efforts to address the problem.
City Manager Lauren Johnston says they've got several road projects planned in the near future.
In our budget this year, we're putting another $1 million to residential road resurfacing. We're also going to start with some projects that we received state appropriation dollars for. The Belterre Safety Improvement Project, that's about $4.5 million from the state. And then we're going to be expanding Old Kings Road North from like the bowling alley to Fleetwood Frontier area. And we know that that's significant. And that was $18 million from the state.
Chief of Staff Jason DeLorenzo says they're going to make safety improvements to Belterre Parkway between Royal Palms Parkway and Whiteview Parkway.
The safety design was to close the median cut there. But in coordination with that, they'll extend the queuing area at Whiteview.
Johnston says when the new mayor and city council are sworn in, they'll get right to work on infrastructure.
You know, this is a city council strategic action plan priority, several of them, to focus on our infrastructure, focus on our utilities, water resources, wastewater demands, focus on our stormwater, and then also focus on our roads, road repair, and road safety.
For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Daryl Moody.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. What can Flagler Cares do for you?
Almost anything. Jeanette Simmons is the Chief Clinical Officer for Flagler Cares, and she oversees the programs that they offer. She said that CORE is an opioid recovery program and more.
We also offer behavioral health navigation. We offer peer recovery support services. And then our counseling programs are all outpatient counseling, and we do mental health and substance use disorder.
So if you need help, Flagler Cares is here. Flagler Health Matters is on WNZF Saturday mornings at 11:30 and on the Flagler radio app anytime you want to listen. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
The weekend is here and there's plenty of family fun to be had in Flagler County. This is Stacy with Fun for Augie Kids.
Join Vincent's Clubhouse for their Art in the Park program. All ages are welcome to create beautiful, unique art, followed by fun activities in the park. The theme is dressed like a superhero, so get out those masks, capes, and fun costumes. Smart Flagler is hosting their second annual Cruisin' for Paws event. There will be a car show, music, dunk tank, a kid zone with a petting zoo, slime bucket challenge, vendors and food trucks, and so much more. more. Sunday, Live Like Cameron presents their 7th annual 5K fun run and walk dedicated to supporting local children fighting childhood cancer. September is Childhood Cancer Month, so all are invited to wear gold or superhero attire, and a special prize will be awarded to the best dressed individual. For more on these events and others, please visit us on our website at fun4augiekids.com. Have a great weekend.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.
And now, Mike Lee Show with your WNZF local sports update.
I think, honestly, we could probably win districts. It's definitely a mindset.
That was FPC volleyball senior Dillis Malasube 1 week ago after the Bulldogs improved to 7-1 on the season. This week, FPC competed in the 5-star conference tournament. After sweeping University Monday and outlasting Mainland 3-2 on Tuesday, they advanced to the final against Seabreeze last night, where they swept the Sand Crabs to win the 5-star title. The Dogs are now 9-4 on the season. Week 5 of the high school football season continues tonight. It's homecoming for the FPC Bulldogs, and the Zephyr Hills Christian Warriors are making the 3-hour trek to be part of the festivities. The WNZF Sports Network will be there too for the game of the week. In the preseason, Marcus Mitchell predicted big things for the Bulldogs.
I really think we have a chance to make it to the playoffs. If everybody lock in, do your job, play as a team, that's really all that matters.
Mitchell stands 211 yards away from passing Kayshawn Bird as the Bulldogs' all-time leading rusher. FPC will try to go in the next week's district opener against University, undefeated for the first time in 7 years. Join Rich Carroll and John Austin live here on the radio, as well as the WNZF Facebook and Instagram pages, the WNZF Sports Twitter page, and the Flagler Radio YouTube channel at 6:45. Matanzas hits the road to face Seabreeze. The Pirates look to get to 3-2 before the district opener against defending state champion Mainland next week. Tomorrow, I'll join Rich from International Waters for a special post-game edition of the Rich and Mike Sports Show. 7:30 a.m. here and always on the Flagler Radio app. Pirate Girls Golf was in St. Augustine to take on Menendez and St. Joe in a 3-team match at the Shores Golf Club Tuesday. The Pirates won convincingly by 19, led by Zoe Allred's 43. Zoe was quick to praise her teammates.
I love the people I played with, and I'm very proud of my team. We won today with a 200 overall, and I feel like everyone did good and did their part.
She has 2 goals for her senior season.
To do better at districts than I did last year. I think last year I shot a 78, so hopefully better than that, and just to keep a positive attitude.
The Falcons get a rematch in Palm Coast next Tuesday. Earlier this week, FPC swept the Palaca boys and girls bowling teams. WNZF is your home for local sports with updates Mondays and Fridays. From the Sports Desk, I'm Mike Licio.